Silver breath on a window pane, no footsteps in the hall, only her voice above the rain, calling through it all. She came in white, almost unseen, a shadow dressed in pale moonbeam. Her eyes were quiet, cold and wide, like winter had nowhere left to hide. The piano spoke in little scars, soft minor chords beneath no stars. A trumpet sighed from far away, then disappeared in blue and gray. She did not touch, she did not plead, still every silence learned to bleed. One note from her, so high, so thin, open the dark and pull me in. And she holds the night on a single breath, like love is light and light is death. She is the luminous siren above silence, singing where the frozen shadows go. Every note is velvet violence, falling on my heart so slow. She is the luminous siren above silence, cold enough to make the darkness bloom. If I lose myself inside her brightness, leave me in this midnight room. The drums were dust beneath the floor, a heartbeat heard then heard no more. The bass came softly, almost gone, like breath before the break of dawn. The saxophone in distant haze bent through the smoke in silver waves. Her voice rose higher, still control, a burning ice, a holy cold. She smiled like she had never stayed, like every kiss was born to fade. No promise lived behind her name, but I followed every fragile flame. And she moved so still, like a ghost in glass. I lose my will as the hours pass. She is the luminous siren above silence, singing where the frozen shadows go. Every note is velvet violence, falling on my heart so slow. She is the luminous siren above silence, cold enough to make the darkness bloom. If I lose myself inside her brightness, leave me in this midnight room. Hold the note, don't let it die. Let it tremble in the sky. If she fades before the light, I will dream her back tonight. Silver breath on a window pane, no footsteps in the hall, only her voice, a rose error, still calling through it all. Cold glass, slow rain, a blue light calls my name. No footsteps saxophone cry like silver smoke on the other side. And I move so slowly through the dark you make. Your voice is holy, but your hands are shake. You're the ghost siren in the blue, singing me closer to you. Cold as a moon, sweet as sin, calling my heart where the night begins. You're the ghost siren in the blue. I lose myself when I hear you. Don't say love, don't say stay, just haunt me softly then fade away. Quiet, almost still, like a rose on a windowsill. No fire, no flame, no rush, no plea, just a slow dark pull underneath me. The bass came low like distant breath, a little warmth inside the depth. You touched my name without a word, the most beautiful silence I ever heard. And I fall so gently where the cold lights bloom. You leave me empty in a perfume room. You're the ghost siren in the blue, singing me closer to you. Cold as the moon, sweet as sin, calling my heart where the night begins. You're the ghost siren. Softly then fade away. If dawn finds nothing here, let the smoke disappear. I was never meant to know why your beauty hurts me slow. Cold glass, no rain, only echoes of your name. Blue light, empty room, still I hear you in the gloom. Her name was midnight on a rainy glass, a velvet whisper from a broken past. Soft lights trembled in the hotel blue, and every shadow led me back to you. She wore the silence like a diamond veil, eyes like smoke from a forbidden tale. Her voice came high through the heavy room, sweet as roses on a velvet tomb. The piano shivered low and slow, minor chords where lonely lovers go. A distant sax was crying thin, like it knew the trouble I was in. And she said, come closer, with a smile made out of sin. I knew I should not follow, but the dark invited me in. Her name was Midnight, soft and cold, a silver secret I could never hold. She kissed like danger, moved like rain, left her perfume in my pain. Her name was Midnight, deep and slow, a haunted song from long ago. I lost my heart beneath her light, to the woman who was born from night. touched my hand like a final prayer, then disappeared in the smoky air. I saw her face in the neon flame. Every blue street whispered her name. The bassline breathed beneath my chest like a guilty heart that could not rest. She never promised she would stay, only taught my soul to fade away. And she smiled so quiet, like she already knew. Some loves come like sirens, then leave the dark in you. Her name was Midnight, soft and cold, a silver secret I could never hold. She kissed like danger, moved like rain, left her perfume in my pain. Her name was Midnight, deep and slow, a haunted song from long ago. I lost my heart beneath her light, to the woman who was born from night. If I close my eyes, she's there again, walking barefoot through the rain. Not an angel, not a ghost, just the dream I needed most. Her name was Midnight on a rainy glass, a fading whisper from a broken past. The room is empty, the smoke is thin, but I still feel her under my skin. Slow rain falling on the blue motel sign. Her voice is a candle at the edge of my mind. She walks through the silence like a dream wearing black. Every step is a secret that never comes back. The bass guitar is whispering, warm under the floor, like a heart still waiting behind a locked door. The piano stays muted in a smoky low-key, while the sax in the distance keeps crying for me. And she sings so gently, like the night has a soul. Every breath pulls me deeper where the dark waters roll. Slow rain on her velvet skin, falling where the night begins. Her voice moves soft, her shadow stays, turning my silence into haze. Slow rain on her velvet skin, warm little sorrow pulling me in. If I drift too far to see, let a midnight cover me. Ooh. Loose drums keep breathing like dust in the air, a slow broken rhythm with nobody there. Her high notes are glowing through the reverb and smoke, like a silver confession too fragile to hold. She looks like a warning, but feels like a prayer, a beautiful danger suspended in air. And she rises and whispers with a slow burning ache. Every note gets brighter, but never fully breaks. Slow rain on her Keep the sax far away. Let it bleed in the blue. Let the bass line stay warm like a secret from you. Don't bring me the morning. Don't open the sky. I could live in this darkness with her voice passing by. Shadow stays, turning my silence into haze. Slow rain on her velvet skin. Warm little sorrow pulling me in. If I drift too far to see, let a midnight cover me. Pale light on the ceiling, no sound in the street. Her voice came down like snowfall and covered everything. She stood where the blue smoke forgot how to rise, with winter on her shoulders and midnight in her eyes. The piano barely answered one chord in the dark. A trumpet sat behind her like a wound without a mark. She sang so high and slowly, the room forgot to breathe. Every note was velvet wrapped around a blade beneath. And I knew so quietly there was no way back. She was light above me in a world turning black. She sings the ice bloom serenade, soft as a kiss that cannot stay. Cold little flower in the midnight air, calling my name from nowhere. She sings the ice bloom serenade, every breath a silver flame. I don't need the morning light, let me disappear tonight. The drums were only shadows, dust beneath the floor. The bass line came like breathing, then it vanished at the door. The saxophone was crying, far beyond the rain, like it knew the kind of beauty that leaves a holy pain. She never moved toward me, she never said goodbye, but her voice held me closer than any hand could try. she's only darkness, why does she burn like flame? Pale light on the ceiling, no sound in the street. Her voice became the snowfall, still falling over me. Rain slows down on the window, blue smoke fades in the room. She's standing in the silence like a flower made of moon. Her voice came through the darkness, so thin, so soft, so high, like a silver thread of sorrow hanging from the sky. The piano played one secret, then let the silence stay. A distant sax was breathing from a hallway far away. She won no kind of mercy, no promise in her eyes, just a cold and quiet beauty that made the night feel alive. And she moves like winter with no need to speak. Every little whisper leaves me beautiful and weak. She is a pale angel at the end of rain, calling me softly through the glass and pane. No fire in her touch, no warmth in her name, still I would follow her again. She is the pale angel at the end of rain, a frozen little song inside my veins. If love is only smoke beneath the moon, let her haunt this empty room. The bass was barely breathing, like a heart beneath the floor. Slow drums touched the shadows, then disappeared once more. She looked at me so gently, like she knew my lonely sin, then sang a note so fragile it opened everything within. No kiss, no confession, no reason to believe, but a ghostly little melody wrapped its arms around me. And she fades like silver in the cold blue light. I should let her vanish, but I need her in the night. She is the angel at the end of rain, calling me softly through the glass and pane. No fire in her touch, no warmth in her name, still I would follow her again. She is a pale angel at the end of rain, a frozen little song inside my veins. If love is only smoke beneath the moon, let her haunt this empty room. Maybe she was never real, only longing dressed in white. Maybe I was born to feel her shadow every night. Rain is gone from the window, blue smoke sleeps in the room, but I still hear her singing like a flower made of moon. Your shadow is moving slow through the past. You came like a whisper in black satin rain, a beautiful fever I could not explain. The piano was muted, so tender, so low, like secrets unfolding where lonely hearts go. The saxophone trembled behind your perfume, and every note entered the dark of the room. And I feel you rising like smoke in my chest. So calm, so inviting, so hard to forget. Give me your midnight velvet confession, singing slow with your eyes on mine. Turn my silence into obsession, pour your darkness into wine. Give me your midnight velvet confession, let your voice make the shadows bloom. Hold the note like a soft possession, leave your echo in this room. The brushes kept moving like rain on skin. The bassline was breathing from somewhere within. You sang like a siren, but gentle and deep. Every phrase drifting between love and sleep. Your high notes were silver, your low breath was fire, a slow kind of danger, a quiet desire. And your voice keeps climbing with velvet control, a dark little shining inside of my soul. Give me your midnight velvet confession, sing it slow with your eyes on mine. Turn my silence into obsession, pour your darkness into wine. Give me your midnight velvet confession, let your voice make the shadows bloom. Hold a note like a soft possession, leave your echo in this room. Don't wait the morning, don't open the blinds, let the night keep falling over our minds. If this is only longing, let it stay unknown. I would rather be haunted than wake up alone. Give me your midnight velvet confession, singing slow with your eyes on mine. Turn my silence into obsession, pour your darkness into wine. Give me your midnight velvet confession, let your voice make the shadows bloom. Hold a note like a soft possession, leave your echo in this room. Midnight is fading, rain turns to blue, but deep in the silence I still hear you. No She came like a whisper through a room of blue. Her face made of moonlight, too cold to be true. The piano touched the darkness, then disappeared again. The trumpet sighed so softly, like it understood the pain. Her voice rose above me, so high, so still, so clear, like heaven in the distance, but never coming near. And she held one note until the night stood still. I felt my heart float against my will. She is white fire in the dark, burning without a spark, a frozen flame, a velvet wound, a ghostly song inside the room. She's white fire in the dark, lighting up my broken heart. If I fall where her shadows are, let me vanish like a star. The drums are almost nothing, just dust beneath the sound. The bass line moved like breathing from somewhere underground. A saxophone was fading in a hallway far away, like smoke across the ceiling at the edge of break of day. She never said she wanted me, she never had to try. Every little breath she sang made the silence come alive. And she moved so slowly, like a dream beneath glass, beautiful and lonely, too bright to last. She's white fire in the dark, burning without a spark, a frozen flame, a velvet wound, a ghostly song inside the room. She's white fire in the dark, lighting up my broken heart. If I fall where her shadows are, let me vanish like a star. Hold me in the empty air, leave me where the moonlight tears. If her voice is all I know, let it take me deep and slow. You enter softly, like a secret song. The room turns quiet when you move along. The piano whispers in a minor glow. The saxophone is breathing where the blue lights go. Your eyes are velvet, your smile is slow. You hold a sadness I already know, and I feel you rising like heat beneath the rain. So sweet, so hypnotizing, so close to pain. You are the velvet flame in the rain, burning through my silence again. Soft as a shadow, deep as wine, pulling your darkness into mine. You are the velvet flame in the rain, warm little ghost inside my veins. Sing me higher, take me slow, I don't wanna let you go. Move gently, like hands on skin. The baseline is low, where the night begins. You sing like moonlight on a broken glass. Every long note brings back the past. Your breath is silver, your touch is air. I close my eyes and you are everywhere. And your voice keeps climbing with a beautiful lake. A soft storm shining before it breaks. You are the velvet flame in the rain, burning through my silence again. Soft as a shadow, deep as wine, pulling your darkness into mine. You are the velvet flame in the rain, warm little ghost inside my veins. Sing me higher, take me slow, I don't wanna let you go. Hold that note a little longer, let it tremble in the dark. Make my lonely heart remember how it felt before the scars. If the morning takes your shadow, leave your echo on my skin. I will follow through the silence just to hear your eyes again. You are the velvet flame in the rain, burning through my silence again. Soft as a shadow, deep as wine, pulling your darkness into mine. You are the velvet flame in the rain, warm little ghost inside my veins. Sing me higher, take me slow, I don't wanna let you go. Rain on the window, smoke in the light. Your voice fades slowly, but stays in the night. White breath on a black window. No moon in saxophone was sleeping in a far blue hotel. Her lips held no promise, her hands held no flame, but every frozen heartbeat started calling her name. And she sings so softly, like the dark has learned to glow. I should turn away now, but I let the cold wind blow. There is no fall in her voice, falling slow over me. Every note is quiet poison, every breath is deep blue sea. There is no fall in her voice, and I cannot leave the room. She is not a woman anymore. She is midnight in bloom. The bass line came like breathing from underneath the floor. So faint, so deep, so lonely, I needed nothing more. She looked through my sorrow like glass beneath the rain, touched the edge of my silence and made it sing again. No kiss, only distance, no fire, only air. Still I felt her around me, like perfume everywhere. And she moved so slowly, like a ghost beside the light. I should not remember, but she lives inside the night. There's no fall in her voice, falling slow over me. Every note is quiet poison, every breath is deep blue sea. There is no fall in her voice, and I cannot leave the room. She is not a woman anymore. She is midnight in bloom. If morning ever finds me, do not speak her name. Some beauty leaves no body, only hunger, only rain. White breath on a black window, no moon in the sky. Her shadow fades so slowly, but her song will never die. She moved like snow through a room of smoke, a silver breath no one dared to hold. The piano touched one minor chord, and every heart looked toward the door. Her voice rose high where the cold stars sleep, soft as a secret, dark as the deep. She did not sing to be understood, she sang like sorrow finally could. A trumpet sighed from far away, like gold dissolving into gray. The saxophone bent low and thin, like old regret beneath the skin. She had loved a man with empty eyes, a velvet mouth and practiced lies. He gave her nights that felt divine, then left her frozen inside time. Luminous silence, hold me above the pain. I have been lost in shadows, but I am not their name. Luminous silence, carry my heart through blue. I will not disappear for what I gave to you. She kept her tears behind her smile, walked through the city mile by mile, neon dripping from the rain like broken diamonds down the pane. She used to think that love should ache, that every kiss should bend and break, that if she bled and still stayed near, it meant the feeling was sincere. But midnight taught her to wise, with patient hands and moonlit eyes. A heart is not a debt to pay, and love is not a place to stay. When all the rooms begin to close, when every promise turns to ghost, the soul becomes its own soft flame and whispers gently, say your name. Luminous silence, hold me above the pain. I have been lost in shadows, but I am not their name. Luminous silence, carry my heart through blue. I will not disappear for what I gave to you. Ooh, let the trumpets fade. Ooh, let the saxophone weep. I have made peace with the darkness, but it does not get to keep me. Ooh, let the old love go. Ooh, let the night confess I was not born for begging. I was born for tenderness. In the blue hotel of 3:30, she faced the ghost she used to be, a girl who waited pale and still for someone else to choose her will. She touched her chest and softly cried, forgive the heart that stayed and tried. She only wanted to be seen inside a love that felt like dream. Then silence opened like a door. She did not need him anymore. No final kiss, no cruel goodbye, just one long breath beneath the sky. And in that breath the world grew wide. The frozen moon moved from inside. She found a light no hands could take, a door no broken love could break. Luminous silence, hold me above the pain. I have been lost in shadows, but I am not their name. Luminous silence, carry my heart through blue. I will not disappear for what I gave to you. Luminous silence, soft above the rain. I bless the scar that taught me how to come home again. Luminous silence, high the sun, no battle lost, no battle won. Just footsteps fading, slow and bright. A siren walking out of the night. She came in late with the rain on her dress, a little bit wounded, but nevertheless, the room turned quiet when she passed through, like every shadow was waiting to. The saxophone whispered against the wall, slow like a lover afraid to fall. The piano answered in minor gold, soft as a secret too heavy to hold. She had a smile that could hide the ache, a heart that bent but refused to break. And in her eyes, beneath the blue, was every goodbye she had made it through. She did not want another flame that only knew how to burn her name. She wanted love that could let her breathe, not hands that held just to make her bleed. Warm smoke, cold moon, she learned to leave, not a moment too soon. Warm smoke, soft rain, she found herself at the end of pain. He used to call when the night was deep, when loneliness would not let him sleep, and she would answer soft and tired, still mistaking need for fire. He gave her kisses with empty hands, made broken promises sound like plans, and every morning he disappeared, leaving silence where she once felt near. But time can turn a wound to sight, teach a blind heart how to read the night, and every tear she tried to hide became a river changing tide. Now she no longer bends her soul to keep a half-love feeling whole. She lets the old dream fade from view and makes a life from something true. Warm smoke, cold moon, she learned to leave, not a moment too soon. Warm smoke, soft rain, she found herself at the end of pain. Ooh, let the saxophone rise like mercy through the dark. Ooh, let the piano cry for the breaking of her heart. Ooh, she is not lonely, she is learning to be free. Some nights are not empty, they are room enough to breathe. In a corner booth beneath blue light, she saw his face across the night. Same old charm, same tired eyes, same beautiful mouth full of beautiful lies. He said he missed the way she stayed, the way she loved, the way she prayed. But she had heard that song before and did not need the hurt anymore. She smiled like smoke, then looked away. Some love is only meant to teach, some names are only passing rain, some hands were never meant to reach. The bass moved low beneath her skin, like something quiet waking in, and all the years she thought were gone returned as strength before the dawn. Warm smoke, cold moon, she learned to leave, not a moment too soon. Warm smoke, soft rain, she found herself at the end of pain. Warm smoke, brushed the window glass. She let the final shadow pass. No tears to beg, no words to prove, no heavy chain left there to move. She stepped outside, the street was wide, the moon was fading still by her side, and in the quiet after blue, she finally knew what love should do. She kept a glass rose by the window light, clear as a tear in the mouth of night. Every petal held a little pain, every thorn remembered his name. The room was breathing soft and slow, with piano smoke and a saxophone ghost. She touched the stem with trembling grace, like touching time, like touching fate. He once called her his only star, then left her wishing from afar. A velvet promise, cold and thin, a sweet beginning with a poison in. But she no longer waits by the door, no longer sleeps on a hurting floor. She learned that love should not require a woman burning in her own desire. Glass rose in the rain, still beautiful, still standing, even when the night is cold, even when the world is demanding. Glass rose in the rain, softly shining through the blue. She was broken by a love, but not destroyed by what she knew. She used to mistake pain for depth, held her breath till nothing was left, smiled through silence, called it peace, while losing pieces no one could see. The city hung beneath the moon, like a wounded heart in an empty room, and every cab light passing by looked like a dream learning to die. But somewhere under all that ache, something holy began to wake. A quiet voice beneath her skin said, "Girl, come home to yourself again." So she took her sorrow by the hand, walked it through the midnight land, and found beneath the shame and dust a softer kind of self-trust. Glass rose in the rain, still beautiful, still standing, even when the night is cold, even when the world is demanding. Glass rose in the rain, softly shining through the blue. She was broken by a love, but not destroyed by what she knew. Ooh, let the old dreams fall, let them fade into the street. Ooh, not every love is a place where souls should meet. Ooh, let the dark confess what the daylight never knew. She did not lose herself, she only outgrew you. In the corner of a smoky bar, she saw him watching from afar. Same old eyes, same borrowed charm, same cold heaven in his arms. He said her name like a prayer too late, like regret had learned to wait. But she just smiled and turned away. Some ghosts don't get another day. She did not hate him, did not cry, did not need one last goodbye. She only left his shadow there with the smoke and the empty chair. For the first time in her chest, the silence did not feel like death. It felt like space, it felt like sky, it felt like learning how to fly. Glass rose in the rain, still beautiful, still standing. Even when the night is cold, even when the world is demanding. Glass rose in the rain, softly shining through the blue. She was broken by your love, but not destroyed by what she knew. Glass rose in the rain, with a heart made clear and bright. She carries every scar she owns like diamonds in the night. When dawn arrived and silver streamed, she walked away from borrowed dreams. No longer his, no longer stained. A glass rose shining in the rain. I wear the night like velvet on my skin. Blue neon rain keeps whispering again. Your shadow moves where the streetlights fade. A secret smile in a smoky masquerade. I heard your name through the hotel wall. Soft like a prayer, cold like alcohol. You looked at me like you already knew I was the danger coming back for you. Don't ask me where I've been, don't ask me what I hide. Some hearts are made of smoke, some sins are born to shine. Come closer, darling, the city is asleep. I'll be your midnight warning, your beautiful bad dream. Come closer slowly, let the silence breathe. I'll kiss you like a secret, then vanish with the heat. In the blue light, under moonlight, don't you run now, I already know how. Your hands were trembling near the glass. Two lonely ghosts from a buried past. The jukebox played like a broken spell, a love song falling down a wishing well. I don't need diamonds, I don't need truth, I only need one last dance with you. The room was spinning, the clock was slow, and every kiss had nowhere else to go. Don't ask me why I stayed, don't ask me why I lied. Some love is made of fever, some flames are meant to die. Come closer, darling, the city is asleep. I'll be your midnight warning, your beautiful bad dream. Come closer slowly, let the silence breathe. I'll kiss you like a secret, then vanish with the heat. If I say your name, will you follow me down, past the empty bars, past the edge of this town? And if I touch your face, will you still believe that a woman like me could ever really leave? Don't wake the morning, don't wake under moonlight. I was never yours, love, but I stayed for one night. She stood beneath the pale moon glass, watching all her old dreams pass. A cigarette burned in the rain, like a tiny star refusing pain. Her dress was black, her voice was light, a ghostly song in the frozen night. She smiled as if she had no fear, but carried storms from year to year. She knew the taste of almost love, the kind that never gives enough, a hand that holds then disappears, a kiss that teaches quiet tears. But she made a promise to her soul, no more begging to behold, no more sleeping next to lies, no more drowning in beautiful eyes. Pale moon promise, I will not disappear. I have lost too many pieces just to keep somebody near. Pale moon promise, I will learn to let go. Even flowers under winter find a secret way to grow. The piano whispered down the hall like broken rain against the wall. The saxophone was far and thin, like mercy trying to come back in. She remembered every door, every night she wanted more, every time she called it fate, when it was only fear dressed late. He loved her best when she was weak, when she was too tired to speak. But something woke inside her chest, a quiet fire that would not rest. She said, I gave my heart away to someone who was born to stray. But I am not the love he stole, I am still a living soul. Pale moon promise, I will not disappear. I have lost too many pieces just to keep somebody near. Pale moon promise, I will learn to let go. Even flowers under winter find a secret way to grow. Ooh, I forgive the night for making me cold. Ooh, I forgive the girl who did what she was told. Ooh, I bless the scars that taught me how to see. Love is not a cage and pain is not my destiny. In the mirror of the midnight room, she saw her face through fading gloom. Not the woman he left behind, but the one he never got to find. She touched the glass and softly said, I'm not the ghost inside this bed. I am the breath after the storm. I am the light becoming warm. The city slept beneath her feet, neon bleeding through the street. She walked alone but not afraid, past every shadow love had made. No revenge and no regret, no more longing to forget. Just a heart with open hands, learning where its own truth stands. Pale moon promise, I will not disappear. I have lost too many pieces just to keep somebody near. Pale moon promise, I will learn to let go. Even flowers under winter find a a secret way to grow. Pale moon promise I am still divine, not because I was never broken, but because the broken parts are mine. When morning came in silver slow, she left the room and let him go. The moon was fading from the sky, but something in her learned to rise. She came in soft when the room turned blue, with a velvet voice and a wounded truth. The saxophone sighed like he knew her name, slow as smoke, warm as shame. The piano moved in a minor light, like rain on glass in the arms of night. She held her breath and let it go, as if the dark was all she'd known. She did not come for sweet romance, not for a kiss, not for a chance. She came to feel her heart again, after living like a ghost in pain. He loved her only when she shined, then left her fading every time. But something in us still believes a broken soul can learn to breathe. In the velvet hour, where the shadows bloom, she finds her power in an empty room. In the velvet hour, soft but not undone, she stops chasing love and becomes the one. The bass roll low like a secret prayer, warm and quiet beneath the air. The brushes whispered across the beat, like tired footsteps on a midnight street. She remembered hands that felt like home, then turned her body into stone. A mouth that promised eyes that lied, a bed where every dream had died. But she was more than what he broke, more than tears and cigarette smoke, more than waiting by the door for someone who could give no more. Now every scar beneath her skin is not a place where pain begins. It is a map, it is a sign. She crossed the fire and kept her light. In the velvet hour, where the shadows bloom, she finds her power in an empty room. In the velvet hour, soft but not undone, she stops chasing love and becomes the one. Ooh, let the saxophone rise slow and aching through the blue. Let the She saw the woman hiding there, not a victim, not a ghost, but the one she needed most. She touched her heart and softly said, I forgive the nights I bled, I forgive the love I gave to hands that never learned to save. Then the silence opened wide like a slow moon in the tide, and all the darkness in her chest became a place where light could rest. No final kiss, no bitter flame, no need to curse his fading name. She only breathed, and in that breath she stepped away from living death. In the velvet hour, where the shadows bloom, she finds her power in an empty room. In the velvet hour, soft but not undone, she stops chasing love and becomes the one. In the velvet hour, her sorrow turns to gold. She is warm beneath the darkness, she is tender, she is bold. In the velvet hour, with the saxophone in rain, she does not hide from longing, she does not kneel to pain. When morning touched the window frame, she left behind the old love's name, no longer waiting to be seen. She walked out quiet, whole and clean. She came through the doorway where the blue light bends, with a tired little smile for the night to mend. The bass guitar whispered under her feet, like a lonely heart with a warmer beat. The piano touched the room like smoke, one soft chord and the silence woke. The saxophone drifted through the haze, like a memory from her younger days. She had been loved in the wrong kind of way, held too close, then thrown away. Told she was heaven, treated like rain, beautiful only when hiding pain. But tonight she did not come to break, she came to give herself a name, to stand inside the velvet gloom and turn her sorrow into room. Soft electric rain falling through her soul. She has lost her love, but she has not lost control. Soft electric rain, warm beneath the blue. She is done becoming lonely for someone passing through. He used to move like a slow dark song, sweet enough to make her wrong. His hands were fire, his words were ice, a little hell dressed up nice. She called it passion, called it fate, called it love when he came late. But every kiss that left her small was not real love, not love at all. Now the drums move loose and low like dusty rain on a radio, and every breath she takes tonight brings her closer to the light. She does not need a final scene, no broken crown, no bitter queen. She only needs the strength to say, I am not yours to throw away. Soft electric rain falling through her soul. for someone passing through. Ooh, let the saxophone rise like smoke above the street. Ooh, let the bass line move where her heart begins to beat. Ooh, she is still tender. Ooh, she is still flame. She can't forgive the darkness without returning to the same. In the mirror by the hallway light, she saw the girl who stayed all night, waiting for a man to choose a heart he only knew to use. She whispered, I am sorry, dear, for every year we disappeared, for every time we called it care when love was never really there. And the room grew wide and still, the moon leaned soft across the sill, and all the shadows in her chest turned into places she could rest. The bass kept moving, warm and slow, like something only she could know. A quiet truth beneath the pain, no storm can wash me out again. Soft electric rain falling through her soul. Oh, she has lost her love, but she has not lost control. Soft electric rain, warm beneath the blue. She is done becoming lonely for someone passing through. Soft electric rain, let the old ghost fade. She is not the damage, she is what the darkness made. Soft electric rain through the midnight air. She stopped asking empty hands to prove that love was there. When dawn arrived in silver lines, she left the bar, she left the lies. The sax still echoed down the lane like mercy hidden in the rain. She walked alone but not afraid, past every promise that decayed, and all the night she carried through became the light beneath the blue. She found a letter in an old black coat with a tear-stained line that he never wrote. The rain kept tapping on the window glass like every ghost from a broken past. She lit a candle by the kitchen sink, watched the flame move slow while the whole room sank in the blue of night. In the quiet pain, she learned some love does not come back again, but she did not curse his name. She did not lose her soul. She only closed her eyes and let the river roll. There is mercy in the dark when the world falls apart, when a heart has been betrayed but still refuses hate. There is mercy in the dark, like a small and hidden spark. She forgave or left a scar, and remember who she was. He was a shadow with a beautiful face, a silver tongue and a cold embrace. He promised stars and he sold her rain, left her dancing with an empty frame. But pain can teach what love never said, how to rise from a lonely bed, how to hold your own hand through the night, how to mercy in the dark, when the world falls apart, when our heart has been betrayed but still refuses hate. There is mercy in the dark, like a small and hidden spark. She forgave but left a scar and remembered who she was. Who she was not ruined, who she was not lost. She paid for loving deeply, but she would not become the cost. Who she kept her kindness, who she kept her flame. Some women walk through fire and never turn the same. In a smoky bar where the piano cried, she saw his face on the other side. He looked older, he looked afraid, like all his lies had finally stayed. He said, I'm sorry for the way I ran, for breaking what I did not understand. She smiled softly, but she did not fall. Some doors can close without a wall. She said, I hope you find your peace, I hope your nights are kind, but I am not the home you left, I am the life I had to find. There is mercy in the dark, when the world falls apart, when our heart has been betrayed but still refuses hate. There is mercy in the dark, like a small and hidden spark. She forgave but left a scar and remembered who she was. There is mercy in the dark, there is grace after goodbye. There is beauty in a woman who no longer asks why. She walked out into the morning rain, not healed enough to forget the pain, but free enough to let it pass, like smoke fading through the glass. She wore a silver veil of rain over eyes that had memorized pain. The room was dark, the candles thin, like little ghosts refusing to give in. A piano breathing wounded note, a trumpet sat through Elvis smoke, and somewhere far behind the blue, a saxophone was crying too. She did not come to be desired, she came to bury what had expired, a love that fed on her softer flame, then left her carrying all the blame. But in the stillness cold and wide, she felt a door unlock inside. Not loud, not bright, not wild, not grand, just her own soul taking her hand. Silver veil falling from her face. She is not the sorrow, she is not the place. Silver veil drifting through the night. She has kissed the darkness, but she belongs to light. He used to call her heaven sent, then took her warmth like unpaid rent. He loved her best when she was small, when she would answer every call. She gave him mercy, gave him years, gave him silence, gave him tears. But love that only knows how to take will will teach a gentle heart to wake. Now she no longer counts the cost of all the pieces she had lost. She does not search the empty air for hands that were never really there. She lets the old dream fade away like smoke at the edge of day, and every breath beneath her skin says, darling, begin again. Silver veil falling from her face. She is not the sorrow, she is not the place. Silver veil drifting through the night. She has kissed the darkness, but she belongs to light. Ooh, let the trumpet weep for the girl who stayed too long. Ooh, let the sax fall deep for the heart that called it love. Ooh, let the piano know every scar she had to hide. She was never truly broken, she was only trapped inside. In the mirror, pale and still, she saw the girl who bent her will, who mistook the ache for fate, who thought leaving meant too late. She whispered softly, I forgive the frightened ways we tried to live. I forgive the nights we cried for someone sleeping at our side. Then silence opened like the sea, wide enough to set her free. No promise came, no lover called, but she was not alone at all. For the first time in her bones, she felt her body become her home, and every shadow in the room bowed down softly to her bloom. Silver veil falling from her face. She is not the sorrow, she is not the place. Silver veil drifting through the night. She has kissed the darkness, but she belongs to light. Silver veil, softer above the room, softer light. She will not return to the hands that taught her pain. Silver veil, high and cold and clear. She is not disappearing, she is finally here. When morning touched the window glass, she let the final shadow pass. No revenge beneath her breath, no more dancing close to death. She walked out slow with open eyes, a quiet queen beneath gray skies. And all the night she once survived became the proof she was alive. She came where the blue lights tremble low, with a face like snow and a heart of smoke. The room fell quiet around a flame, as if the night still knew her name. A muted piano touched the air like gentle hands through silver hair. The trumpet sighed, the sax replied like two lost ghosts on either side. She was not looking for a man, not for a kiss, not for a hand. She came to hear the silence say, you are still yours, don't drift away. Ooh, she gave her golden years to someone fluent in her tears. He called her beauty, called her home, then made her feel more lost alone. The night knows her name when no one else remembers. She is more than the pain, more than dying embers. The night knows her name, softly through the rain. She can walk through the shadows and come back whole again. He loved her best beneath the dark, when no one saw the hidden marks, the pretty words, the empty chair, the kind of love that was never there. She used to turn her hurt to grace, used to hide it on her face. But every woman has a line where mercy turns to sacred fire. Now she does not need the lie of almost love to feel alive. She does not chase the fading sound of footsteps that once led her down. She holds her sorrow like a glass, lets the cold moon watch it pass, and in the hush between each breath she finds a life beyond regret. The night knows her name when no one else remembers. She is more than the pain, more than dying embers. The night knows her name, softly through the rain. She can walk through the shadows and come back whole again. Ooh, let the trumpet fade into the hollow blue. Ooh, let the saxophone ache for what she once went through. Ooh, she is not the ghost of someone else's flame. She is the quiet woman who came back for her name. In the mirror, half awake, she saw the girl she used to break. Still so tender, still so brave, still reaching out from yesterday. She whispered, I am sorry now, for every time I did not know how to choose myself before the fall, to hear my heart beneath it all. Then something moved inside the room, not a miracle, not a bloom, just one small truth, clean and clear. I am allowed to leave from here. No anger burning in her chest, no need to prove she loved him best. She only gathered what was hers from all those haunted yesteryears. The night knows her name when no one else remembers. She is more than the pain, more than dying embers. system error in my heart. You were coded from the start. Now I drift in algorithm rain, learning how to feel again. I move through city like a glitch, soft pulse in a velvet stitch. Your voice encoded in my skin, the signal I can't keep in. Jazz drums ticking like a clock in a room that has no lock, and I follow every trace of you like a system I can't undo. Smoky sax and distant lines rewriting all my state of mind, and I am both machine and flame, calling out your silent name. Midnight siren protocol, I break whenever you call. Falling through your gravity, you are the air inside of me. Hold me in electric slow, don't let my human side go. I am lost in you tonight, half machine, half candlelight. Every memory reboots in corrupted velvet loops, and I taste your last goodbye like a code I can't deny. Rain falls like encrypted tears, mapping out my deepest fears, and I dance in empty streets where your absence still repeats. Are you real or just design? Did I lose you or were you mine? Midnight siren protocol, I break whenever you call. Falling through your gravity, you are the air inside of me. Hold me in electric slow, don't let my human side go. I am lost in you tonight, half machine, half candlelight. Cold ash on the passenger side, streetlights slipping while the tires glide. Loose dusted drums in a lazy sway, like the night don't wanna end this way. Be the piano under the rain, playing soft through the window pane, and the bass guitar moves low and warm, like a hand that keeps me from the storm. My breath leaves silver on the glass, watching old reflections pass. Your voice still living in the seams of every dark and half-lit dream. I don't reach for what is gone, I let it circle, let it haunt, like smoke above a midnight flame, like love that never says its name. Cold ash on the passenger side, your memory riding with the night. My voice falls slow across the black, like like a ghost that never gives you back. Gold ash on the passenger side, soft and pale in dashboard light. I sing low through the blue undone, till the road and I become one. Soft electric bass and breathing line wraps around the edge of time. Distance acts like a velvet stain, drifting through the city rain. And I look past, hold the sky wide enough to let me cry. But I don't break, I only bend like a song that won't quite end. You love the glow, not what it costs, the way I shimmer through the loss, the way my silence wore perfume and made a chapel of the gloom. There's a kind of holy danger in the way I hold each note, like I'm lifting all our ruin, just enough to let it flow. Gold ash on the passenger side, your memory riding with the night. My voice falls slow across the black, like a ghost that never gives you back. Gold ash on the passenger side, soft and pale in dashboard light. I sing low through the blue undone, till the road and I become one. Maybe I was built for emotion, for after hours, for the blur, for rearview halos, for empty stations, for the shape of what you were. Maybe love was always distant, a cigarette burned in the dark, a little warmth, a little damage, a little shine without a heart. So let the drums stay loose and hollow, let the piano barely bloom, let the bass line keep on breathing through this long noir hotel room. Gold ash on the passenger side, now the whole night's open wide. My voice rises through the silence, slow like moonlight, teaching grief to glow. Gold ash on the passenger side, soft listening and sad and light. You hear me drift inside, like a spell that learns to drive. Gold ash on the passenger side, still alive in the fading white. I sing your name, then let it blur into the dark that carries her. Tape haze, blue rain, dim chrome sky, shack still sighing as we slide by. The city thins, the dawn stays far, and I become the moving dark. Rainwater glows on Canal Street, blue reflections beneath my feet. The city breeze and tired sighs under flickering hotel signs. Your shadow waits beneath the glow of black satin moving slow. Muni piano leaks downstairs like lonely prayers. colors dissolving in air. A trumpet cries from far away, soft and broken through the haze, while smoke curls around your face like fragile ghosts without a place. You look at me through silver light, half disappearing into night, and every heartbeat in this room feels suspended over doom. You whisper slowly, like moonlight through cracked glass, and suddenly the whole world's too fast. Velvet silence on Canal Street, blue are drifting through the rain. Two restless souls beneath the neon, trying not to drown again. Touch me like the fading saxophone, floating low through midnight air, like the final cigarette burning between despair and prayer. Dusty vinyl turning slow, old jazz buried under snow. Your perfume lingers on my skin like beautiful original sin. Outside the subway hums below, an iron river moving slow, and every stranger passing by looks like a memory in disguise. Your high voice rises soft and pale, like angels trapped inside a veil. Long trembling notes above the dark, leaving gold inside my heart. The tape hiss breathes beneath the room, soft as flowers left to bloom, inside a world too cold to save, too haunted to behave. And your eyes still hold oceans after storms, still shine softly through the wall. Velvet silence on Canal Street, blue are drifting through the rain. Two restless souls beneath the neon, trying not to drown again. Touch me like the fading saxophone, floating low through midnight air, like the final cigarette burning between despair and prayer. No heaven waiting past tonight, only smoke and fluorescent light, only empty bars at closing time, and lonely hearts committing crimes. But your voice rises through the silence, pure and thin and crystalline. Long notes hanging over midnight like halos over shattered lives. And for one suspended moment, the city disappears from view, leaving only moonlight, tape haze, and you. Velvet silence on Canal Street, while the whole world fades to blue, while distant trumpets drown forever inside the avenue. Hold me like a final secret, too sacred now to save, two luminous ghosts inside the noir, learning how to fade. at a trumpet. Rain on windows, blue reflections down the hall, your voice trembling above the silence like heaven right before the fall. Taxi lights dissolve in rain, gold reflections on the window pane. You sit silent in a velvet coat, smoke and jasmine in every note. Downtown sirens sing so low, like broken angels moving slow. Your perfume stains the midnight air, a dangerous prayer I still wear. And the saxophone beats through the walls, like a memory when darkness calls. I let your shadow pull me near, like sweet ruin dressed in cedar. Champagne ghosts on Lexington, slow motion hearts already gone. Black lace kisses, pale moon skin, every touch feels like a sin. You move like film across my mind, soft disaster, rare and divine. Femme fatale beneath blue light, holding heaven hostage tonight. Dusty drums beneath the bar, static humming from a distant car. Sad piano half asleep, while lonely echoes move beneath. You whisper low against my throat, every word a sinking boat. Your eyes burn silver through the haze, like cigarettes in motel days. And the city melts in crimson glow, nobody leaves the night untouched below. I taste heartbreak in your wine, slow and cinematic every time. Champagne ghosts on Lexington, slow motion hearts already gone. Black lace kisses, pale moon skin, every touch feels like a sin. You move like film across my mind, soft disaster, rare and divine. Femme fatale beneath blue light, holding heaven hostage tonight. Stay a little longer, until the morning dies, until the jazz turns fragile and sorrow fills your eyes. Your lipstick on the crystal glass, like love not built to last, but I still drown inside your flame every time you say my name. Feel my champagne ghosts on Lexington, midnight prayers undone in some velvet satin. Your reflection cracks the night, soft distortion, bending light. Every movement incomplete, like a ghost I almost meet. Piano sighs in broken tones, like something speaking through the bones. I follow where your silence leads, into a place that never breathes. You don't touch, but I'm burning in the space between your hands. Every moment pulls me under, deeper than I understand. There's smoke beneath your skin tonight, soft and hidden out of sight. I reach in but lose the flame. Nothing here can stay the same. Wrap me in your quiet lies, in the dark behind your eyes. Even if I disappear, I'll still feel you here. Sub-bass breathing, belly known, like a pulse that's not my own. Your voice trembles, then it breaks into something no one takes. Sax drifts far, then disappears like a memory. Through the years, I hold the echo in my chest, a fragile weight that never rests. Every glance feels like falling through a space without a sound. You surround me without touching, pulling slowly, pulling down. There's smoke beneath your skin tonight, soft and hidden out of sight. I reach in but lose the flame. Nothing here can stay the same. Wrap me in your quiet lies, in the dark behind your eyes. Even if I disappear, I'll still feel you here. Don't come closer, you'll undo it. Yes, illusion keeps me warm. Smoke still rising. Still rising. Every smoke on black water, Moonlight breaking where it caught her. Her pale reflection, soft and strange, like a heart too cold to change. The curtains breathe with the midnight air. Trumpet ghosts are fading somewhere. Music piano, distant, bruised, playing chords that sound used. My high heels whisper on the floor, like I've passed this way before. A silhouette in silver rain, a tender shape of hidden pain. Don't ask me where I vanish, don't ask me where I go. Some women live in shadows, some women only glow. I'm every smoke on black water, your sweetest ache, your hidden daughter of the dark, of the blue, of the things that undo you. I'm the light above your sorrow, the kiss that never makes tomorrow. You hear me rise, then drift from view, like a spell that passes through. Dusty drums fall slow and spare, barely even touching air. Sub bass moving faint below, like a pulse under the snow. Saxophone and trumpet sigh, as if the room itself could cry. Every note a silver thread, pull through all we never said. You look at me like I might stay, like night could somehow choose the day. But I was built from colder art, a velvet knife, a glass made hard. I was never mourning, never safe for warm. I was made for stillness, for beauty before the storm. I'm every smoke on black water, your sweetest ache, your hidden daughter of the dark, of the blue, of the things that undo you. I'm the light above your sorrow, the kiss that never makes tomorrow. You hear me rise, then drift from view, like a spell that passes through. There's a stain of gold upon the bar, a dying lamp, a passing car. The city hums beneath the frost, a map of all the things we lost. And when I hold a note that long, it isn't only grief or song, it's every room I left in flame, every man who learned my name. So let me linger in your mind, as something cruel, as something kind, a little heaven, little sin, a white gloved ghost beneath your skin. I'm every smoke on black water, a pale lit wound, a silent altar, high above your restless sleep, singing where the shadows keep. I'm the light above your sorrow, a cold goodbye with no tomorrow. You hear me once, I stay like dew, like frozen light that clings to you. Long played reverb, empty sweet, tape haze drifting through the heat. The horns go dim, the skyline fades. ceiling, smoke around my neck. You came looking for heaven, but I don't burn that way. I move through the room like a secret, slow heels on a marble floor. Your eyes follow every shadow, like you've been here before. The piano whispered low, 3 chords and a scar. Rain taps on the window like fingers from afar. You say you don't believe in danger, but your voice is soft and thin. I can hear your heartbeat changing when the bass line pulls you in. Don't ask me where I've been, I belong to the night. Don't ask me what I want, I already know your mind. I'm not cruel, I'm just honest, I'm not lost, I'm designed to leave a little darkness wherever I shine. Come down slow into the blue room with me. Let the smoke grow low, let the old ghost breathe. I'll be the sound you can't forget, the velvet warning on your neck. Come down slow where the moonlight bends. I'll be a beautiful ruin and your sweetest end. There's a sax in the distance, crying through the wall like a lonely confession from a city about to fall. Your hand reaches for my shoulder, but you hesitate too late. Every touch becomes a promise, every promise has a weight. I smile like I know the ending, because I wrote it in your eyes. You were lonely when you found me, now you're haunted by the light. Don't say you're innocent, the room won't believe. Don't say you're leaving when you still can't breathe. I'm not yours, I'm the silence after midnight comes undone. I'm the perfume on your collar when the morning finds the sun. Come down slow into the blue room with me. Let the smoke roll low, let the old ghost breathe. I'll be the sound you can't forget, the velvet warning on your neck. Come down slow where the moonlight bends. I'll be a beautiful ruin and your sweetest end. No angels here, just shadows dressed in gold. No prayers tonight, just stories never told. Put your fear beside the candle, let it melt into the floor. I can love you like a mystery, then disappear before the dawn. Slow drum breathing, sub bass creeping, cold glass sweating, old room speaking, blue room spinning, soft lips lying, your soul listening, my voice rising. Come down slow into the blue room with me. Let the smoke roll low, let the old ghost breathe. I'll be the sound you can't forget, the velvet warning on your neck. Come down slow where the moonlight bends. I'll be a beautiful ruin and your sweetest end. shadow still remains. You'll hear me in the rain, but never say my name. Black coffee trembling in your hands, rain light sliding across the blinds, the city breeze in hollow tones through empty bars and payphones. Dusty brushes kiss the snare like soft footsteps through the air, while bass guitar moves low and warm underneath the coming storm. You sit wrapped in midnight blue, smoke and perfume surrounding you, and every slow word that you say pulls my lonely soul away. Pretty piano fades like rain, softly circling through the pain, while distant saxophones appear like ghosts dissolving near my ear. You sing slowly like moonlight sinking in red wine, and I lose myself inside your eyes every time. Black coffee and blue reveries, late night hearts and fading dreams, two shadows floating through the noir under broken streetlight beams. Touch me softly like the saxophone crying alone, like the last slow dance at closing time before the feeling's gone. The ceiling fan turns lazily above our quiet tragedy. Taxi headlights stain the room like dying flowers trying to bloom. Your lipstick marks the cigarette like a memory I can't forget, and every breath you let escape feels suspended inside tape. Outside the avenue glows dim, wet reflections stretching thin, while strangers drift like silhouettes through the smoke and silhouettes. Then your high notes start to rise, soft fire underneath the ice, long crescendos through the haze, turning sorrow into grace, and your voice still burns softly through the blue, like heaven trying not to fall in a room for two. Black coffee and blue reveries, late night hearts and fading dreams, two shadows floating through the noir under broken streetlight beams. Touch me softly like the saxophone crying alone, like the last slow dance at closing time before the feeling's gone. No sunrise waiting for us now, only smoke beneath the clouds, only jazz cafes at 4 a.m. and hearts too tired to pretend. But your voice floats through the silence, pure and pale and luminous, long notes drifting over darkness like moonlight over damaged trust. And for one endless moment the whole world disappears, leaving only reverb, bass lines, and your tears. Black coffee and blue reveries, while the city fades away, while to last. In the afterglow, soft and low, it pulls me close like a trace I can't erase, lingering in empty space. Tragic chords begin to fall, like they never meant to call, but I hear them anyway, in the silence where you stay. Saxophone, gentle cry, drifting slow then passing by. Every note just barely stays before it quietly decays. You don't touch me, but I feel you in the warmth you leave behind. Every echo keeps me turning through the corners of my mind. It's your voice in the afterglow, soft as something I don't know. Every word a hidden flame, calling out without a name. Hold me in this fading light, where your darkness feels like gray. Even if you slip away, I'll still hear you stay. Warm bass pulses under skin, like a place I'm drifting in. Every breath you almost take leaves a subtle kind of ache. Sax lines wrap around the air, like a touch that isn't there, and I follow where they lead, into something I don't need. Your eyes linger, then they fall, like they're hiding something more, and I feel the tension rise in the silence of your eyes. Every second pulls me closer to a truth we never say. Still I stay